Oh, we're live right now. Let's go. Yo, your boy's feeling good. I'm just gonna welcome back to the show, everybody. We're live tonight. This is like a 4th of July special. We're just having some fun. Let me check everything, make sure it's good. I know everyone hates that I take a long intro, and as I watch YouTube videos, everyone says, "Oh, the long intro's dead." I'm sorry, but I'm fucking disorganized, unorganized, and I'm just got shit going on, right? Let me tell you something about the San Diego fucking beautiful, great weather that I'm paying too much for to fucking live in, okay? The allergies fucking suck today. Excuse me. I've been drinking tonight. For those who don't know, I got back home last month from deployment. If you're tuning in and getting back into the flow of things, the whole time I've been home, I've been good. Allergies haven't been in the morning time. Like as soon as I wake up, for some reason, they be really kicking real hard, right? But then I kind of, brush teeth, clear out the sinuses and the sink and everything, and then I'd be good. Okay. Today, I took it just like I do on the last couple weekends. The kids love to go outside in the little kiddie pool and whatnot and play it up and have fun. And they had a blast today. I took them out, let the wife have some quiet time so she'd do whatever she needed to do around the house without being disturbed or anyone in the way. I love that outro. Anyways, and so we went and did the thing, right? We did the thing. It was dope. It was fun. And I got home. I took a nap because my old ass dad bod was tired. Okay. Kids stayed up. We went here, we went there. We had 5 different stops today. All right. I took the kids out on 5 different stops. Dad just taking them everywhere, doing everything, just small little short stops. Nothing was too crazy. The first one was like for them. After that was just a couple errands that needed to be ran. And got home. I passed the fuck out on the couch, right? Old lady was like, she said she could go upstairs. I said, cool, you go upstairs. You take a little break. You've been busy at it. You taking care of the household. I appreciate you. I love you. Hey, boom. Right? I'm going to stay right here with the kids. I'm going to keep the kids occupied. They at the age now is so beautiful where they don't even really have to have me occupy them. They occupy themselves. They remote efficient. They know what they can and can't watch. So I pass out on the couch. Every now and then I'd peek my eye out. Do one of those ones. See what's going on. Hey, don't do that. They stop. I doze off again. Hey, don't do that. Do that again. I'm sitting in the corner. Okay, Dad. Them little 2 boogers, they didn't take a nap at all. Not a single nap at all. I passed out probably for a good hour, maybe even 2. Old lady, I think she rested. I don't know if she really napped. She might have dozed off, but I saw she had dropped some memes and reels in the group chat. I told you allergies, excuse me. So I'm sorry. I can't do that. I know y'all hate that. I'm sorry. I told you allergies kicking my ass. Then we went there pool time, and that's where the allergies got me. I was out there. Nothing different. Didn't mow the grass. Landscapers didn't come along. Nothing different. But damn, I don't know. Pollination is in the air today. It sucks. Y'all know what's in the cup. Your standard pirate rations. Shout out to one of my early guests, Armando. I still got this. This is my favorite cup, Armando. Thank you and your daughter for getting that. I've decorated it with some of the Bravo Zulu stickers, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, retro shit. This Bravo Zulu Mario Brothers, I got it before the movie was even advertised. It's pretty dope too. And then the Street Fighter, that's dope. And then shout out to the Air Det that was on deployment with us. Richie, shout out to you and your crew out there. All right, let me see what I got. Let me get the chat up. Oh, Gary. Gary, you hitting me with the little guy now, huh? Gary, what's up, Gary? What's good, little guy? What's up, you ugly motherfucker? Gary, that's my dude, man. And again, I'm shouting out Gary for picking up Senior Chief this year. Right? What's that, Gary? First time up? That just goes to show, right? You get out there at sea, you do what you're supposed to do, you handle your thing, and you're gonna pick up. So shout out to you, Gary, you little fucker. What are we talking about tonight? So as the description says, we're gonna talk about a couple things I fucked up. Number 1, going to LCS. All right, let's start there. Okay. Number 2, even before picking LCS, I have to re-enlist people. And if you're a regular, I'm getting sidetracked with a bunch of shit over here. If you're a regular listener to the show, you'll know that the last thing I wanted to do was re-enlist. I did not want to stay in any longer. I have everything matched up right now. Okay. Excuse me. EOS, POD, everything. All right. Is matched up. Gary, I love you, bro. I love you and your family. Annie is the better half of you. We all know that. They usually are. But as I am, you are too. Lucky to have found a better one than we are. Okay. I fucked up. And back in 2017, when was that? 2017? 2017. Nah, was it? When was it? I don't even know. Whenever it was, I re-enlisted and I did it for like 6 years, something like that, right? And it was the right it was the right choice at the time. It's still the right choice even now today, right? Because when I did it, I was like, look, and this is for the junior military member out there. It doesn't really matter what branch, okay? And this just, shitbirds, two pennies, not even 2 pennies, right? I got like a cent, maybe half a cent, right? I got a plum nickel on it, okay? I always thought about re-enlisting, like, I'm going to take care of this duty cycle. For the Navy, it's a lot different, right? I'm going to take care of this duty station plus one. Right? Or I'm good for this duty station, so I'm gonna take care of plus 2 duty stations. And as in, if you're in the Navy, the seashore flow and depending on where you're at in rank and stuff, it differs, right? So you could be at 3, like I'm at 3 and 3, which means 3 years at sea, which is a squadron, a CB battalion, something that is seagoing, right? We'll use those quotes, seagoing. Me, it's always going to be a ship. I'm never going to look up for the rest of my career to not have a ship, okay? So I with that in mind, I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like 6 years or some shit. It takes care of my next sea duty plus shore duty, which shore duty means most of the time should mean non-deployable, right? On shore duty, meaning like not on a ship, not at sea going, not deployment going. Excuse me. Wait one. If you look, my nose probably red as fuck because I've been sniffling and blowing it so much. Okay, so that was a choice back like 2017-ish, right? 2018, 2019, something like that. But you're probably asking yourself, well, Josh, like, how'd you fuck up? Because I did not transfer my 9/11 GI Bill benefits to my children as I should have. Yep. Fuck that up. Because I was not as well informed as I thought I was. So let me inform you, okay? You must transfer your 9/11 GI Bill benefits within a 4-year reenlistment within 30 days of that reenlistment, okay? Excuse me. Say that again. You must transfer your 9/11 GI Bill benefits to your spouse, your children, whoever. If you're not going to use them, you want to transfer them, you must transfer them to whoever that is within 30 days of a 4-year reenlistment. Okay? I didn't do that. I fucked up. I'm stupid. Don't do the same. All right? Especially if you're longer tenured in the military. I don't know if that's really for all branches. I'm not like well versed in all branches, but for the Navy, that's what the rule is. Okay? So if you're in another branch and you're watching this, go check in with your career counselor, whoever it is, you're a senior NCO, whatever, right? Check with somebody and see what that rule is, okay? Don't be like me. Don't be dumb. So now that I didn't do that, because I thought the rule was like, oh, you had to only have, like, past this many years served and on this kind of contract. Or I was all fucked up, bottom line. Let's not sugarcoat it. All right, I was all fucked up. So now I have to re-enlist for 4 years. and so I could transfer those benefits. Because here's the thing, I'm not going to use those benefits. And this whole sacrifice hasn't been for me to get out and go to college. And right, as I tell a lot of juniors, if I want to go to college, I could have applied myself when I was 18 and figured out a way to go to college. That wasn't me. Okay, it's never been me. It's never been Josh Moore. All right, as much as I would like it to be, and as much as I still need to do it, that has not been me. Okay, so now I need to re-enlist for 4 years. I'm going to do that soon. I got the paperwork. It's getting routed. Excuse me. And I'm going to do that soon. So, but being that I still have some time on board, right? Meaning I got until 2026. It's 2023. That 4 years is only going to add like 15 months to 20 months of time. So really, I'm going to go from an EOS, which means my get out date for layman's. My get out date was January 2026. It's going to be pushed probably somewhere to like summer 27, fall 27. Okay, that's what we're looking at right now. Does it suck? Yup. Do I have to do it? No. I don't have to do it. I could just sit back and be like, you know what? I'm not transferring benefits to my children. But then what the fuck was this last? It's going to be like 23 years. No, it's going to be like, it's going to be like 23 years. What was it for? Because this has never been about me, right? And that's something, if you're in the service now, if it's about you, right? If it's totally about you, a lot of times, I think you're one of the sailors or any service member that gets out after their 4 to 8 years, right? Because it's about you. You're getting the benefits for yourself to better yourself, to, in the end, better your family or whatever. Excuse me. And it's about you. If you're in for the long haul, it's not about you, right? There's some things you can do to take advantage and use for yourself, for the betterment of your own, to have a better career afterwards, right? Like I previously mentioned on the last life, like you could use TA to go get your degree while on active duty to set yourself up for success. But that 9/11 bill, the GI Bill, whichever one you're opted into, most people are opted into 9/11 bill now. That's not about you, right? Like you should be passing that on. There's, especially if you're in for like 20 plus years, there's so much tuition assistance out there that you could have been using to get your degree. What the fuck do you even need a 9/11 bill for anymore? You could have used TA all the way up to a master's or something. You can, and plenty of people have been doing this. Y'all know. You can graduate with that master's, get out, retire, go get whatever fucking job you want. Boom, boom, boom. You're good. Never even touched 9/11. 9/11, it's for that kid that you got at home waiting to go to college, right? Excuse me. I'm getting stuffy now, which I guess is good because before it was just dripping, where like you'd see like just runny booger juice like on my upper lip. But now it's not. Now it's getting stuffy, but I gotta blow it still. Excuse me. At least you don't have to hear. I'm not one of those people. I had a sailor ask me the other day. There was in my truck. They said, "Chief, do you mind if I blow my nose?" And in my mind, I thought, if you're watching, you know who you are. In my mind, I thought, God, I hate that fucking noise. But like, if your sinuses are acting up, y'all know, like, you can't just be like, all right, never mind, I won't blow my nose. And the shit's just like running still. Like, it's horrible. All right, so, yeah, I fucked that up with that reenlistment, so I got to do that. For sure, this is the last one now. It'll bump me out. But here's the catcher, right? Catch 22 or kicker here, right, is like, it's one of those, well, I started looking for orders in September. And if you're in the Navy, you know how it kind of works, or you should know how it works. If you don't, like, ask somebody, ask your career counselor, ask your chief, ask the LPO or someone, right? Those in other branches, I don't know how y'all detail and shit, right? But a year out, we start looking at destinations, we'll call them, right? For those that might not be in the military. And we start looking at what's available to us based on that seashore thing, as we previously discussed. And from there, so I started looking in September, we'll say, right? So that's a year out. When I transfer out of where I'm at now, and I go to this shore duty that I'm waiting for, Gary says, bro, just go to 24. Bro, no. I'll be so close to 24 years anyways, Gary. Like, if I reenlist, the latest I'll reenlist is September, right? That's 3 months short of 24. To like perfectly match up with enlistment date, right? Right? Yeah, that'd be 20 fucking 8, bro. I came in 04. Big no, dog. Big no. Big no. That's a big no, Gary. So, when I leave this ship and I go to this shore duty, right? I'll only have 50, as it stands right now without reenlisting, I'll only have 15 months. Here's what's going to happen if I don't reenlist, people. All right. And this is why I'm upset about it. But it's like, I'm going to get, either I do it and you have to take control of your own career. All right. If you're a junior listener out there, junior military, I don't know if I have many of y'all, but listen, take control of your career where you can fucking take control. Hey, Red Eye Rich. Yeah, I'm still fucking crying about this. All right. I had to have something to talk to about today as we're going to get into some other things. Rich, hey, just drop it in the comments, Rich. Did you get the red eye? Yes or no? Let me know your current financial situation. And then swing by. I'm here all night. Pull up. All right. And then let me know. I'll tell you how dumb you are. I'm just kidding, Rich. I love you. I miss you, dog. Gary says, so just go. It's only 3 more months. Gary's saying just go to 24. No, I'm not re-enlisting to fucking December 14th, 2028. I'm not interested. Although December 7th, 2028 would be kind of cool. Y'all know how I feel about that date. Anyway, so as I was saying, so if I don't re-enlist, the Navy is going to take control of me, and they're going to go, hey, I know we said we'd send you to somewhere for 3 years, but it only looks like you got 15 months left. So we're just going to force you to take 3 years, and we're going to force you to extend, and then there'd be no benefit out of it, right? I'd get nothing out of it. So I might as well re-enlist, take control, get myself in for the full 3 years. So when I do look for those orders to that next shore duty, right, I'd be like, everything is set and good before I talk to a detailer, because I don't care, man. Detailers be like, we're here for you. We want to make your career goals come true. Fuck that. As much as I don't even want to believe it. It's just, I just don't feel it's true at all. Bottom line. If you're a detailer, go ahead. Leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. Y'all fucking lie. Y'all lie. And y'all lie because in one hand, you be like, no, we really care and this and that. And then on the other hand, you got emails to my junior sailors. They're like, yeah, cool, good luck. You have emails to me. They're like, yeah, cool, good luck. I'm going to fucking detail you whatever fucking happens. Which I get it. It's a hard job, I'm sure. And you get a lot of bitching and complaining. I understand that. But if that's what it is, then that's what it is, right? Tell motherfuckers, yo, you bitch and complain. Everyone bitches and complains. I'm going to detail you where I fucking detail you. I'm going to look at your choices. I'm going to see what's best fit, and that's that. Don't be like, we're really invested in you and your family. Don't no one believe it. Red Eye Rich, let me know how much leave days did you get when you got back, man? Chime in, bro. We got pirate rations going tonight. If y'all don't know what that is, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and like this video and drop me a comment. What are pirate rations, Josh? And I'll reply to you and let you know. All right. So that's what's going on with me and the that's what's going on with me and re-enlisting. Excuse me, as I get my blue rag of sniffly boogers. Excuse me, bro. I'm like all fucking stuffy now. I guess that's better for the garage and being in the garage. So, what is this? Oh, so I'm up on USNI too. We could get it at once. I think I got some other people that told me they might join in. Oh. Wait. Where my shit at? Richie said, you know how many days I got. What if I got selected to 8? Richie, we know that's not happening, bro. If I got selected to 8, My goal is still my goal, and that is to retire as soon as possible. My goal in this next reenlistment is only shifting and changing because I know these 9/11 GI benefits, they're not for me, they're for my children, right? And someone might ask, well, what if in fucking Michael's, 5, what if in 13, 14 years, my son doesn't want to go to college and then I've squandered those benefits or something? Well, you know what? Cool. Right? Because it's not about like they must go, right? It's about being able to afford the opportunity and have that opportunity there for them to go as cheaply as possible, because the prices are only going up. And maybe by then, maybe like we could fucking burn down the system and college will be cheaper again, right? And it ain't ever gonna be cheap again, but like maybe we could plateau this fucking college cost, right, from here until the next 20 years or something. Or maybe he'll go to the trades, which I wouldn't want that, right? And nothing wrong with it, don't get me wrong. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, my dad grew up in the trades, right? He was a construction man. My brother is a HVAC technician, or I don't know what he wants to call himself, but shout out my brother. Like, my younger brother is in some kind of trade work. Like, they all do that, right? That's what they do, right? For myself, I never wanted that, right? Although, what is military? Military is not white collar work, right? But is it really blue collar work? Question for you. Leave it an answer in the comments. What is the military? White collar, blue collar? Yeah, it's not easy. It's not suited and booted and fucking going to Wall Street. But and for the Navy, it depends on what rate you're in, right? But that's a good question, I guess, right? I don't know. That's pretty good. Let me know what you think in the comments. But what if I get selected to 8? Well, what if, Richie? What if you get selected to 8, Richie? What are you doing? Going to 26? Nah, that's not for me. I cannot sustain going back out to sea. Nah, that's not in my cards. My cards have been dealt. I know what my cards are, and I have to play my cards. And the only next play is a reenlistment for 4 years, so I could pass on those benefits, go into Mill Connect, pass them to my kids, keep that other little 10% for myself, so I could always move things back and forth as time goes on. There is a time limit on when they have to be used or something, so there's that. Other than that, I'm good. I'm happy, right? As I get to the last shore duty, I have been thinking a lot about going back to school. There is a couple classes I need to take to get my little associates in business something, I think. So I've been thinking about that. I should stop thinking I should do it, but I've been thinking about that. And then there's some other things I want to do. I've thought about taking some classes. We get these little Southwest College brochures in the mail and shit. Talking about just different classes. I look through them. And something I think would help me here in the podcast, right, is they have different photography, videography, and there's something, I don't know what I was watching, but there was something talking about communications, right? And then there's this other YouTube channel that I watch where the gentleman, he's a retired mass chief, and his wife had a job. His wife is a veteran also, and then she's had a job for 15, 20 years in communications for other companies, and then she quit her job working for these other companies and decided to work for his YouTube channel / business, because he is so big now that he has a business of it. And she uses all of her communication skills that she's learned over the last 15, 20, probably 20 plus years, right? And she uses that for his YouTube channel / business, if that makes sense, right? So I've even thought about that. If I did some communication classes, how much would that help me in communicating to you? How much would that help me in communicating to a wider audience? I don't even know what the fuck is in a communication class, but would it help me do a newsletter? Would it help me do anything like that? So I've thought about that too, Red Eye Rich, what you've not said is, did you get the Hellcat red eye? Drop it in the comments, Rich. Did you get the Hellcat red eye? Okay. That's what I want to know right now. If you did, and you're sober, text me, bring it through. I got you. That's my roommate, boy. That's my roommate. Anyway, I'm getting back over here to I'm on the USNI. Tell me what else you want to talk about. Hey, let me know. Are you interested? So, we watched the latest Black Mirror, right? And wow, Black Mirror is such a fucked up TV show that the phone is the Black Mirror, right? You see your reflection in that black screen, that black mirror. It is such a good fucking series. It is disturbing. Let me know. I want to do more TV series like recaps and rewatches and stuff, and that's one that I would like to either do a live show or what do you call that? A watch along, a watch party. Red Eye Rich got it. Red Eye Rich got the Hellcat Red Eye. Rich, I'm proud of you, dog. You saved up. You took like a month off of going out on Liberty. You stuck to it. And, I was peer pressuring you. You stuck to your guns. You worked out for about 5 days straight. Yeah, I said it, Rich. And you made you got it, man. I'm proud of you, dog. I'm proud of you, man. That's dope. What color did you get, Rich? Let me know. Anyways, as I was saying, right? So we what was I saying? Someone tell me what I was saying. I was saying something. Red Eye Rich got me off track there with he got it. He got the red eye. Damn, proud of you, homie. Made me so proud. It's always good to watch your children grow up and be something great, That's good. That's good. Damn, y'all, I really forgot what the fuck I was saying. What was I saying? I was talking about school, and then I was talking about something else. Oh, TV shows. All right, so TV shows. All right, so if you would like me, and really the person I'd be watching the best TV with is my best piece, my other half, Nikki. So if you want to see me and Nikki do a watch party and or recap of the TV, Gary said I was about to blow my nose. No, I wasn't, Gary. My nose is stuffy, but it's doing okay. Show recaps, yes. If you would like to see me and Nikki either watch party with us, right, if you don't know what a watch party is, because some of y'all old and boomerish, all right, on the older side of millennial, it's where we all watch the show together, and then me and Nikki give you our live reactions to it. Okay, and so we did watch Black Mirror. It seemed like it went by real fast. This latest Black Mirror, or maybe it's just like that binge watching it, that hardcore binge watching it. But Black Mirror, it is so dystopian, so introspective to like really sit there. At least what we do is we sit there and we be like, okay, so what was that about? Like what was that episode trying to show us about ourselves? And have you ever watched a Black Mirror episode and been like, fuck, that's me? I think everyone has. I think everybody has had to at some point sat there and be like, fuck, I be on this shit. Nobody. Gary says, nobody wants to see my live reactions. Okay, Gary. Thank you for your inputs. I understand that you cannot afford any streaming service. And that you're only watching channel 3, 5, and 7 up there in the sticks of fucking Everett. But, disrespectfully, fuck you. Okay? All right? Now, this is what I like to see. All right, thank you, Richie. Thank you. The Witcher, Jack Ryan. So I could do The Witcher. Nikki's not really into The Witcher. I just kind of started The Witcher, so we could do that. Shit, we could do that right now. Who wants to watch The Witcher? Let me see if I could get Netflix up. I don't know if I have too many accounts logged in. Y'all know nope, I got it. Do I got it? Oh, whoa.
Killer is still out there.
That's it right there. That's that new kid movie. I got to watch that with the kids, actually. We got The Witcher right here. We could pull this shit up right now. Boom. The Witcher. Jack Ryan. Me and Nikki did watch Jack Ryan, Richie. So that is definitely in the cards. We could definitely do that. Y'all want to chime in? Let me know what day do y'all think is the best day to do some watch party shit, right? And kind of come together. I don't know. I kind of like what Nikki don't like watch parties, really, right? I ain't gonna lie. Don't kill me, babe. But I've asked her for it, and she's like, I don't like it. But you know, if y'all say that you guys wanna watch me and Nikki watch some TV and join in with us and to share the conversation, she might say yes. Gary laughing at me. Gary got a big old set now, man. That star change you up, don't it, Gary? That star change you up, boy. I tell you, man. No, don't. Gary always been like this. Gary been like this since he was E5. For all you sailors out there on Reddit, y'all know I did this fucking Ask Me Anything review of the McPons Reddit. Ask Me Anything, right? Gary has been the same since he was an E5. Okay? That's it. Okay. What a lot of people don't understand is we all the same since we was junior. All right. Some of us, not all of us, but some of us. Okay. Gary been the same since he was E5. Okay. Since he was E5, I was giving him shit. He was giving shit back. When he made E6, he was giving shit back. All right. When he made Chief and he called me up and let me know and I gave him shit, he was giving shit back. And I talked to him and he went and gave the fucking mess some shit where he was at. Gary been that fucking dude giving shit and taking shit and handling his shit. So I love Gary, man. That's my dude, man. I'm not afraid to say it at all. That's my dude. Ugly ass mustache, broomstick ass, look like it should be scrubbing fucking decks, mustache ass having out of regs, motherfucker. Right? That's my dude. Today's a good. I don't know if I added that. Gary said no day is a good day. No, today for today, my day was great. Like I said earlier, I took the kids out. We went to the little Play City, Party City, Ninja City spot where they just run around, and they nonstop ran for like an hour and a half, running. Right? I was like, shit, go ahead. They saw by, Dad, we're going up the other way. And I was like, all right. I just sat there. Got a fucking bug, man. These goddamn bugs. The little flies. And then we went and ran some other errands. We had some Chick-fil-A. We had some ice cream. We ran some other errands, you know. And went and got the American flag so we could fly that joint from the front of the house, you know, because the last one, I had to take down the last one. It was all fucked up and whatnot. That's, so that conversation is coming. Not that exact conversation. Let me tell y'all. Shout out Homegirl of our family friends, right? We're going to get to The Witcher. I'm going to put The Witcher on here in a minute. Richie, let me know when you're ready for the Witcher, okay? So a homegirl of ours, she has her own podcast. I'm going to shout it out. I'll drop the link in the show notes here. Okay, the raw, the hard, and the feels. All right, what's up, Dr. Rayfield? Okay, I'll use her official name, okay? I know her as something else, but that's what her name is on the it. I spit out my drink when I read it. My mustache sticks out as far as your belly. Yo. Yeah. Gary, fuck you. Fuck you, motherfucker. I'm bloated right now, okay? I've been eating really good this weekend. I've been having a really good time. I'm a little bloated. And I've been taking poops, but I got a lot more to take before shit calm down. Anyways, I was saying, so my homegirl, it's really Nikki's homegirl, but she's like, it's kind of like, I don't know. The family friends always sounds like a little less important, but like our friends are family. Our families are friends, right? And I look at as family friends as a deeper meaning. She the raw, the hard, the feels. Check it out. She's available anywhere you stream podcasts. Okay, Spotify and YouTube, and YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and a bunch of other places. I'm sure, right? She had a recent episode, and this is something important, right? Where she talks about her a racist experience with her kids, right? I'm gonna tie this in. I'm not gonna go down that road because I got the episode coming up with a guest, okay? But I'm gonna tie that in with some where my kids today, right? This is something important to me, right? As we're going to the orange store, Home Depot, right? Doers get it done, or something, right? And they're like, we were going to get the flag so we could fly the flag out there because Independence Day is important. And they're like, yay, freedom. I was like, well, not really. And we all know that's not what it was, right? And I think it's important now that we're actually acknowledging and celebrating Juneteenth. And I think there's still a lot of questions about how we should be celebrating. Right, as Caucasians, or non-blacks, right, how we should be celebrating Juneteenth, which I think I saw this year. Maybe it was in years prior. I've known about it for a while, but like it was called like Freedom Day or something, right? Which I think is most appropriate, right? Because and although there's still shit fucked up for many, for a couple generations and many decades afterwards. Freedom Day is more appropriate. And so when I heard my kids today say, oh, freedom, I gave them a little course correction. I'm like, no. It wasn't freedom, right? And I left it at that, right? I just said it's independence today is what we're going to celebrate, tomorrow. We're celebrating our independence from the ruler, the king that ruled over us, taxation without representation. I didn't get into all of it, but I just want to make sure they're as at their super young age that they're associating the correct word with the holiday, right? And go check out my homegirls podcast if you have a moment, right? The raw, the hard, the feels. I'll shout you out. They're men, and that's a total. Like I said, I left it at that. Right, so go check out that episode. Browse through her catalog, and you'll see which one I'm probably talking about. But I think it's important that, as we have kids, like to make sure they understand, holidays at the appropriate ages, and that we give them the appropriate age, specific criteria for that age on how to celebrate that. Right. So for tomorrow, I'm not celebrating freedom tomorrow. Because freedom wasn't had by all, right? And there's a big difference between freedom and independence. And if you don't know, then maybe you should fucking read something. But tomorrow we will celebrate independence in this house, right? And I will teach my children, and they're taught at school. And I don't know. I'm not sure if my kids do the Pledge of Allegiance. I think they do. I don't know if they do it like every morning, but I know, like Nikki told me, my son, when he did his little pre-K graduation going into actual kindergarten, right, that he was the one during their little graduation moment that led the anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. That's my boy. And, like, there's nothing. We were still on deployment. Unfortunately, no matter what, I was going to miss it. But, like, maybe for some parents out there, maybe for some not. Like, for me, right, that was a very proud moment. Not so much because it was those two things. Yeah, that's part of it. But because he had presented himself as a young little boy, right, a young little human, where that he'd learned the words good enough, right, where he would be the leader of his class to step forward and lead his class. And you like, oh, no. It's not about, it's about like, it's more of that, like, that inner, instinct of his to step forward and to be the voice. And I mean, I'm a little more like Mikey and MP. They both love to sing. They always sing in the truck, and they sing Nicki songs a lot more than they sing mine, right? Because different music genres there that we listen to. But Nicki put her music on, and they just start belting it. They know it word for word. They know I swear she got a little playlist that she could put on for them, and they do not stop singing. They'll just be like, Dad, what's this? I don't like this. This is what the fuck? Like rock. I listen to a lot of music, but it's like rock, hip hop mix and stuff, and a lot of older stuff, nothing new. But Nicki listens to R&B where it's like the singing, and they love that shit. We got to take a pee break here in a minute before we get to The Witcher. So it made me really proud that my son was picked to be the leader of his class for the Pledge of Allegiance and for the national anthem. So I find it important that, as they're learning those things, that it is only right in my duty as a father to eventually teach them, right, the differences and stuff, but to lay a groundwork, right, a foundation that the 4th of July is not about freedom, and we'll just pause, right, for a couple of years, pause until we get to a age appropriate to have the next discussion, right? Because not all discussions need to be had at 5 years old, because all discussions are not understood in the complexity and into the nuances at that age. And more to come on that. Like I said, we got more to come on that here in the future. Let me know if you're here in the chat with us. Let me know if you have children, how would you explain Independence Day, July 4th, from the previous mentioned, right, that just celebrated Juneteenth? Let me know that. I might lose some listeners here in the next second or two, but I tell you what I got to do. I got to go piss. So just hang tight. You're going to look at this backdrop, and I'm going to go use the head real quick. Excuse me, the restroom, because that's what I got in this house. And I'll be right back. All right, we're back. All right, let's get all right, so Richie said he wanted to watch The Witcher with me. So Richie, let me know when you're ready up on Witcher, and we'll hit go, okay? Let me know in the comments. So that's what I was talking about there with the kids. We're celebrating Independence Day tomorrow. We're gonna go over to my boy Chad. Shout out my boy Chad. You all know him. He's a regular guest, and between him and Nick, they goddamn like co-hosts around here most of the time, right? So we're gonna celebrate Independence Day over at his house. He invited us over earlier when I was texting him. So he lives close to some fireworks. I think that'd be a good spot to go to. Get out the house. The old lady working tonight and tomorrow night. So that's good. We're gonna go ahead and kick off The Witcher. We're at 0 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. I could, yeah, we got The Witcher on here. The Witcher is a pretty good. I think this is gonna be the last one, right, of The Witcher. Oh, hey Gary, you have a great night, my little buddy. All right, Gary's out. Love you too, dog. Love you. I don't know why I'm saying so much dog tonight, but I think I saw a couple too many reels that had dogs in them, and some dude saying dog. It was pretty funny. But Gary, stay safe up there, brother. All right, you take care of Annie and the kids, and we love you and can't wait to see you again. Hopefully you'll be down in San Diego sometime. Not too soon because that means you're away from your family, but when next time you're down here, you know where we at. Oh, yeah, Witcher. Here's one of the things about The Witcher, right? The other show that we just finished, which was great, The Last of Us. We just watched that, right? The Witcher and The Last of Us, two video game series, right? TV shows, video games turn TV shows, which really I'd say, excuse me, historically, video games turn TV shows don't do well, right? Excuse me, I'm just trying to get the laptop as close to the camera and within the peripheral as possible. I'm going to be looking off to the side here for a little bit as I watch this show. We'll try to get through one episode, right? I don't need that. There we go. So, I never played. Well, okay, stop. I played The Witcher 3, and by playing it, I mean I got barely past the. I don't even think I killed at Witcher 3. If you ever played, let me know in the comments. But I got to like where you're supposed to kill the griffin or something like that, and I actually didn't even finish it. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh man, there's a tower and arrow struck you. I said we need to keep that low profile. That was not that. Pirate rations. Yeah, so we got The Witcher on now. I never, like I said, Witcher 3 is the only one I play. I know my brother, I think, played all three all the way through, and he was like, oh, it's great, this and that, but some of those role-playing games I just cannot get into, right? Like, let's go ahead and pause this. Excuse me. My allergy's still killing. I wonder if I go... Nope, that's not it. I'm trying something. Play. Oh yeah. That's how I do it. I forget. I got to practice that. Sorry. There's a way where because I got the Rodecaster, there's a way I could listen to this but not distribute it. I got to sneeze. Oh man, I'm telling you, man, these allergies. Y'all see that? That was like 5 in a row with a little break, but I got a couple more coming. Boy. I did not see this part of the Witcher earlier when I was watching last night, but I was passing out as I turned it on. That's pretty crazy. That's a heart. Let's pause the Witcher there for a second, right? If you're watching it with me, let me know. I got one other person in the chat. Let me know who's still here. Red Eye, is that you? I can't help it, and my allergies are killing me, people. That's something y'all need to understand. All right. I cannot stop the allergies from killing me right now. They're gonna be the end of me. I had USNI up. I'm trying to get into a Navy topic here. Red Eye says, "Are you gonna stream games as well? Or am I just gonna be a boomer?" Well, Red Eye, yeah, I've been thinking about streaming games. I've been thinking about getting my setup up in the office back up. So some of y'all remember my original station before the studio was really built out and stuff. I did have a makeshift setup for streaming the podcast and other stuff and lives up in my office upstairs. And by office, it's a small office, people. All right, don't get it twisted. I am not fucking rich, okay? And it's just gotten real. It's a very small office, so it's gotten really crowded in there, which is, you know, with the wife's things that she's doing and every little side hustle that she has, with all the kid stuff, with the extra this and that. So I have been thinking, though, because that's where I have my PlayStation set up. So if you check out the playlist, BZ Gaming, Bravo Zulu Gaming, I do have some things there. I have been thinking about setting up the actual camera again and getting some new hardware to kind of put together a streaming setup there. Excuse me, hold on. Excuse me, I'm sorry. To get a streaming setup in the office to stream games. So one, you don't just see the gameplay, but you see my beautiful face, and to talk there. And, you know, that's something I can still talk to you while I stream. Even now, I think it's just more personable and a little bit more relatable when you can at least see the person in the little square somewhere there, right? But there's a couple pieces that I need to make it all fit together. Right now, I could hop on the PlayStation, go to streaming and play the gameplay and talk to you still, but yeah, the quality is pretty low. As if you like say, if you go to the playlist, the replay quality is pretty low. It's like probably, I don't know, like fucking 720 or something. You know, so if that's something you want, you know, let me know and I'll do it. I mean, I could hop off of here and go upstairs and go fucking game, right? Right now, I've not been usually the game you see me playing right now. If you look at the playlist, all you'll see me playing is Call of Duty. I'm kind of boycotting Call of Duty right now. All right. If you follow Call of Duty news or anything and you see what, there's a very popular streamer that goes by the name of Nick Mercs, NICMERCS, right? And he had some comments on Twitter about some very politically charged, socially charged happenings out there in the society worlds that we live in. And, you know, he made some comments, or he made like one comment, and from that one comment, it was blown up, and they removed a in-game skin that he had that they had worked with him to like build and make, and they removed that. And I don't agree with that. I agree with his comments, really, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you could Google it or whatever, right? I'm not gonna go into it right now. That's not like, it's one of those things I could go into, but it's not really it's not really what this channel is about right now while I'm still in the uniform, right? I believe in like separation of myself, one, me in the uniform, me outside the uniform, but also me having an opinion on a very specific sensitive topics in society while I'm in this uniform. Right now, all I have is an obligation to serve the country, to protect and defend the Constitution. And as much as I would love to do that a lot more, I do it in the capacity that I am ordered to under the UCMJ. Let's give a political answer like that. Okay. And outside of that, I don't really want to get into too much of the other shit. But so really, Call of Duty though is kind of dead to me. I don't like the actions they took. Like I said, they took the in-game skin away from him, and which cost him a lot of money. And sure, he has plenty of money, probably, right? And by plenty, I mean like a lot more than me. How plenty for himself? I don't know. I don't know his financial situation. He got plenty of bills himself. He's got a family to provide for. And if you're out there and you know that you also, like, if you're one of those people that have a family to provide for, then you only know what's enough money for you to provide for your family and everything you need, right? And although more money would always be nice, more money is not always reachable, but you know what you need to live comfortably. And although, like I said, I'm sure he's living comfortable, right? But for a business to take money away from you just because you have a certain political stance on something, I feel is partially wrong. Not completely wrong, but, you know, I feel it's pretty wrong. So I'm not really fucking with Call of Duty right now. We'll see what happens in the future. So, sorry. You may be asking yourself, whoa, Josh, what are you playing? Diablo 4. Fuck yes. Diablo 4 is it's a dope ass game, man. You know, I've been kind of just fucking with it loosely. I'm like rank 55. I've not beat the game. I'm just going really slow on it. Taking my time. I'm on like the last chapter of playing the actual mission for the end game. But I have not beat it. I've been doing a lot of the side quests. A lot of there's some third party like websites out there that have like the whole map with locations of everything. So I've just kind of been using that to go hit up all the different little side missions and side quests and shit like that. You know, just taking my time. I'm not fucking hardcore or anything. I'm not trying to get to level 100. I mean, the next Diablo game will come out in like 10 to 15 years probably. So, like, you know, I got all the time in the world. And the way I look at it, I leave on deployment again in a month, maybe a month and a half at best, right? So, who fucking cares? Or I guess that's a month to 2 months. So, what the fuck do I care if I'm only level 60 when I fucking go back out on deployment and I come back 6 months later and the whole game has shifted and changed again? Right, you could just pick, and the thing with Diablo is with the seasons, it's always changing. So you just kind of pick the 6 up again on it and fucking go, right? So, you know, it's nothing to me. I want to talk about something like I'm back on USNI because I always like looking at their articles, right, and seeing what the fuck they're talking about. I'm sure if you're a regular listener, you've seen me here before, okay, and envisioning a multi-role future for the MK-25. And what I really like about the U.S. Naval Institute, look, they're not fucking sponsoring me. You don't have to go fucking pay for it or anything. But what I like about it, right, is that so much of this so many of these articles, especially the proceedings articles, like this proceedings tab, right, is by active duty or retired. Although usually I don't like retired people chiming in on shit, right, because it's like, yo, like you did your time. But for this, there's these people, these officers or enlisted, right, retirees, that they love their job in the military. They loved it so much that afterwards, all they do is research and learning and trying to take, like, they look at history and where we're at now and what assets we have and applying them to the lessons from history of how we should be using assets of today. And to me, that's like really, really interesting. Definitely not in a way of like that Master Chief, that retired master chief that you get showing up to your ship with ATG, trying to tell you about how they did it 15 years ago and that you should do it just like he did when he was a second class 20 years ago, 40 years ago. Not like that, but just like as a researched, learned way of tactics, overall shit like that, right? That's what I find super interesting about the U.S. Naval Institute. There's other things that are not as interesting, but yeah, overall not too bad, right? Let's see what's the latest content. The Naval Aviation issue. It's not all about carriers. Uh-oh. Let's check this one out. We're on the U.S. Naval Institute. I don't know if you can read this. It's a proceedings article. It is titled The Naval Aviation Issue. It's not all about carriers. Richie, let me know in the comments, bro. Is it all about carriers? And a full disclaimer, I've only worked with naval aviation twice in my career. The first time, brand new seaman apprentice out of boot camp, got stationed in Sigonella, Sicily, Italy, right out of the NAS Sigonella. Supporting P3s and the VR debt that was down there, some C-130s every now and then. And then just recently, first time I've had an air debt on board. And it was quite the pleasure, especially working with my boy Red Eye Rich. We had a great team out there. It was really there were some fucking pipe hitters in the maintenance community there with the 60s, and it was a good time out there, bro. It was a good time, man. This year's Naval Aviation issue comes 2 months earlier than blah, 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 blah. This issue includes a number of thought-provoking articles, beginning with Envisioning a Multi-Role Future of the MQ-25 by Lieutenant, junior grade, Josh Hano. Hano or Hano? Good first name. Should have went with his full first name, Joshua. I always like to go with the full first name, Joshua, when I'm trying to act really professional and official. Pirate rations. This is interesting. It has been more than a decade since this is a paragraph reading. It has been more than a decade since the subject of tactical air control squadrons, TACRONs, there's some out here, has been in our pages. But Commander William Miante's timing is perfect for, quote, the title, There is No T for Training in the Warfighting TACRONs. Miante, the commanding officer of TACRON 22, writes, TACRONs today are expeditionary, built for a fight with a peer adversary and critical link in the Navy Marine Corps team that coordinates fires and flights to keep aircraft on mission and out of harm's way. The fuck ever. I don't even know what that means. I know what it means. That's not what I mean. What I'm saying is, like, I don't know, like TACRONs are expeditionary. I came from I got my EXW pin, right? I got it at SEAL Team 7. Okay. So when I think expeditionary, I think something totally different than when I saw an old homie of mine that was a seaman showing up to DDG 59, and I was his second class picking up from the airport, right? Excuse me. And several years later, when he was in San Diego, and I picked him up and brought him over to the house just to hang out for a night, right, so he could get away from base. And he was in green camis like I was at Team 7. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing wearing those?" And he said, "I'm expeditionary with I think he was a P3 squadron or some shit." Right? Shout out Jay Brown. You know who you are, bro. But what the fuck do you mean you're not expeditionary? You're a fucking squadron. You're not expeditionary. And he was like, "Yeah, we are." So, like, there's levels to expeditionary that I am very adamant about, right? There's people that I know that got their EXW pin. I wouldn't say I check them, but I ask the question, where'd you get that? And to me, it's there's levels to it. There's bullshit, and then at least Logsu at a team. Because there's motherfuckers that went to Logsu and never went to a team. You know who you are. Right? I'm not going to call names, but there's people that did it. And they got their pin somehow, never deploying, never being to a team, the team side, being sea duty, only acting in the short capacity, got their pin. And yes, I think it's bullshit. You should not have been able to earn it. You did not deserve it. You did not earn it. That's one of those, like, it was given to you. Okay? Just my personal opinion. All right? But if you were actually over there across the fucking street, doing the real work, deploying, doing the shit, getting beat by the fucking the operators and fucking earning it, like really earning it, then you're all for it. So I don't get where like Tacrons, right, are expeditionary at all. Ba, 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 ba. 100th anniversary of the aircraft carrier. That's cool. I mean, it really is, right? Like 100 years of the aircraft carrier. That's a long time. Plus, also, it's it's only been what was 60. We're going on 80 years when we finally learned that the aircraft carrier was the superior weapon of war, going back to like, Battle of Coral Sea, World War II, when we found out that aircraft carrier and the flying aircraft on it was a superior weapon of choice than the battleship. It is. As much as I don't like it, tin can sailor, destroyer navy, fucking all the way, right? Black shoe, like it is, right? Short story on deployment, where shortly extended there because the typhoon, as they call it, there in the area where we're operating. We're out there getting ready for the evolution, and you could hear the roaring of a jet overhead, right up in the sky somewhere. You're looking, and you just right, just like fucking roaring through. It was a pretty cloudy day, not like low clouds, but high clouds, right? And you're looking at. I was looking up there. I'm like, where the fuck is he, right? And you just hear that fucking just flying around everywhere. And I was like, yo. And I had a picture in my mind of where some of the other assets of the Navy were in the local area. I was like, fuck, man. Like, where the fuck is this jet? All you could hear is that fucking roar, right? Like, if you've ever been around an Air Force base or Navy or jets, or you heard them fly overhead anywhere, right? But now imagine this. It's one thing when you are on land and you're a civilian, and you have no fucking clue. We'll just say that, right? You just don't, okay? But, like, you hear that roaring fucking engine scream through the clouds overhead, and you can't really... You look up, and you're just on the ground there, and you're just like, oh, there's a jet up there somewhere. It's so far away. It's up there, right? And it's just cool, right? Whatever. It's totally fucking different when you're at sea in the open ocean. There's no land within fucking sight. The nearest land, in your mind, because you have a radar picture in your head, the nearest land is 100 miles fucking away. Okay? And you hear that fucking roar of fucking twin engines, and you're looking up and you're like, where the fuck is it? But you can't see it because it's hiding in the fucking clouds, because the clouds are that low. Okay? And as on deployment, when I read a lot of fucking, I've read a few different books about different things, but one of them that I read was about the Battle of Coral Sea, okay, and how it's like a double-edged sword, knife sword, right? Is like planes can use the clouds for cover because you can't fucking see through a cloud, so you don't know if the fucking plane is hiding behind it or not. But you can hear it, right? But you can't see it, so you don't know where it's at up there, so you can't shoot at it or anything until it dips lower than the cloud, and then you can hear it and see it. So a ship could return anti-air artillery, right, and try to shoot it down. But also at that point, it's already fucking, depending on how low those clouds are, it's already that low, so it's already doing a fucking run on you, right? So this is Battle of Coral Sea book that I'm reading, where these fucking planes are fucking propeller, and I don't know how fast, look it up, fucking how fast they go, right? Not nearly as fast as fucking F-18s, F-35s, F-22s, anything like that. Okay, just think about that. Okay, so now here I am, and I know it's a friendly up there, right? But just picture yourself on a ship at sea in the fucking middle of the ocean with nothing around you, and all you hear is through the fucking clouds above you. Now, one is loud enough with just one aircraft. Now imagine if it was dozens of aircraft fucking hunting you, right? Dozens of aircraft hunting you. Honestly, I might shit myself. Honestly, I might sit there like, oh, I pooped. It might. I don't know. It was a weird feeling, hearing that. Again, it was a friendly. They're just checking things out, flying around, probably doing, some op tests for themselves in training hours, this and that. And then they did some flybys, and it was really cool. And it's weird when they like slowed down enough to fly by the ship so you could get a real good look. That's pretty cool. It was pretty cool, Shout out Jay for your team out there doing it. Other than that, man, it was kind of scary to think like if that was an enemy, like as soon as they fucking punch the throttle and fucking dip down low, you're fucked. You're so fucked, right? Just as in Coral Sea, as so many were fucked, they're flying 3 times as fast. You were super fucked. Think about that. And at that time, I was out there with the executive officer of a crew, and we were talking about things. I said, as we were looking up in the sky, like, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? And it was like, boom, there it is. And it's so fucking close already because it moves that fast where when it finally dipped low, it was on your ass, right? And you could see it. It's like, if that's a real life situation, but he's not a friendly and it's an enemy, and they're fucking couple rockets into you, there's nothing you can do. You just hope that you're not, fucking evaporated on contact, and fucking, you just hope you're not evaporated on contact. And then I said, what's crazy is, as some of us are old enough to remember, not just serving, because there's some that are out there that are still serving, that when 9/11 happened, they have stories of when they were active duty in and during 9/11, right? I'm sorry, I'm checking my phone. I shouldn't be. That's good news. Boy, Richie, I see you. I got your text, bro. That's cold. I'm not a fan, but that's cold. Good job, Richie. If that is image jet dropping out of cloud cover to fucking annihilate you, all you can hope is that you're not evaporated during the hit, and that maybe you have this much of a shot to jump in a life raft and fucking float somewhere. Otherwise, as I was saying, like, so during 9/11, shortly thereafter 9/11, the wars kick off. Afghanistan, and then a couple months later, Iraq. As a young man in his teenage years, you watch the news, or as a young woman, whenever you're at during that time, 2000. We're talking 2001, 2002, 2003, right? Really 2002. The news every night would put on the screen, in memoriam, these Army soldiers, these Marines. And it was always the Army soldiers and Marines. Every now and then an Air Force member, maybe a Navy guy here and there, right? But Navy, like, they're on boots on the ground, not necessarily out at sea, right? Because it's just happening all on the ground. Iraq and Afghanistan, right? All on the ground. And you would see how many people we lost, right? And it'd say how many people we lost. Lost 20 people tonight, 3 wounded. Lost this many tonight, that many wounded, right? I don't think y'all realize, for the citizens and civilians out there, that in the next war, right? Get familiar if you're not. The next war that is very water specific and water centric, and that is going to be having ships shooting at each other and jets shooting at ships and ships shooting at jets. When you lose one of those ships, it's not going to be 10, 20, 15 like it was during the Iraq War, right? The Iraq War was a total of 3,000 lost or some number like that, right? I'll Google it. Let me Google it for you, right? Let me see. What is it? How many lost during... Excuse me. Oh, that's the State Department. Brown University. Y'all want to go with Brown University? The Intercept. Over 2 decades, this is a headline from The Intercept. Over 2 decades, the U.S. global war on terror has taken nearly 1 million lives and cost $8 trillion fucking dollars. I'm not even going to get into this article. I'm just going to back out of that. I'm not reading that right now. Let's go our tried and true Wikipedia. I'm just looking for selfishly American lives, right? Casualties. Let's see if we can read casualties. It says 1.3 million to 2 million casualties. That's throughout. That's civilians and everything, right? Which is sad also. But that's not what I'm looking for. Y'all know what I'm looking for. I'm looking specifically for American casualties. Maybe I should Google that, right? How many here we go. U.S. and Allied killed, cost of war, Brown University. Let's see if this has a good answer. The number of United States troops who have died fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan had passed 7,000 at the end of 2019. Approximately 177,000 national military and police from Afghanistan, Pakistan, blah, 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 blah. All right, we're just going to go with this, right? From Brown University, Cost of War, Watson Institute, International Public Affairs, Brown University, U.S. and Allied killed. So this is U.S. and Allied killed. The big one right here says 7,057 U.S. service members killed in post 9/11 war operations, 30,177 suicides among U.S. service members and veterans in the post 9/11 wars. The suicides are super sad. Excuse me. So that was of 2019. Okay. This says had passed 7,000, so a little over 7,000. That's U.S. and Allied. It says. So we'll just call it 7,000. Excuse me. When a carrier should ever a carrier get fucking destroyed, what are you looking at? 5,000-6,000? Kaboom. There'll be some survivors off that, God willing. And but that all I'm saying is, like, during the next war, when Navy is heavily involved, right? You're not gonna look at a list of names on fucking ABC, fucking Tonight Evening News, and be like, oh, that's so sad. Fucking 15 people. You're gonna be looking at names of ships and not names of individuals. That's what you're going to be fucking looking at. Okay? For everyone out there that doesn't understand this, all right, that doesn't understand what's going to be happening, you're going to be looking at names of ships. USS blank lost. USS blank lost. And you can only hope that you don't have more than one a fucking night or more than one a week. Because every one is a couple hundred. And it's going to be KIA, lost at sea. And that's it. And that's heavy. That's real heavy, right? Like, people don't think about that shit, man. You don't. People do not think about it because it hasn't happened in so long. It hasn't happened in our generation or even really the previous generation, right? You got to go back 2 or 3 generations when our not even really our grandfathers, our great grandfathers and mothers and stuff, right? When back to World War II, when it was actually experienced that a ship was lost, right? And you're wondering, fuck. So I know that's heavy. It's nothing people want to think about or anything, but that's what that is. It just is. It just is. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go upstairs and jump on the video game as previously recommended. I'm gonna go get on that Diablo. The kids been asleep. They said they had a hell of a day. The kids had an outstanding day. They passed out at about 7:30ish. I'm gonna tell you, you want your kids to go to bed on time? Just run them ragged all day long until it's bedtime. No naps or anything, and they'll be good to go. So right now, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go jump on the video game. I'll go live on there. I'll have my headset on, so if you want to chit-chat on there, hit me up. But as far as this, on that heavy note, think about it. But we done right here. So, don't forget, leave a comment, leave a like, check us out on the podcast, Apple Podcast, check us out on Spotify, check us anywhere you want to stream your fucking podcast, okay? And for more information on how you can support the podcast, please visit us at anchor.fm/Bravo Zulu Podcast. I might need to update that. The information, views, and expressed in this podcast are solely of myself, Joshua Moore, and the individuals involved, and do not necessarily represent the DOD, DON, or those of the respected institutions or organizations. Thanks for joining us, and we out!